Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Okay, look at there. Slides are ready. Okay, and I know you can hear me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me get comfortable because I got a lot of stuff to get through. All right. Let me see who's here first. Yalibi, thank you so much for being here first. Lorna Williams. Hold on one second, you guys. Okay. Hmm. I won't tell you. I won't say. Well, let me put it to you like this. When you got just a couple of teeth and you love cashews, that could be problematic, okay? Um, it's a lot of work. I'll tell you that much. It's a lot of work. Hello, Helen Marmon. And this black girl's life come through. This black girl's life. Love that. And who else is here? Fancy Fancy, Lydia Washington, Janice Goodrich, Lorna Williams. I think I said hi already, right? Sonia Johnson, Lottie, Ladybird, Wynn Daniels, Sharon Chung. Okay. All right. Well, let's get on with it. Well, People Magazine has an article. It's called Royals in Turmoil. Or as Barbara Walters used to say, Royals in Romoil. Royals, R is a W, Royals in Roymoil. Okay, let me stop. Barbara Walters has been gone for a while, though. It's okay. It's okay. She's been gone for a while. Hey, John Garcia, Black Queen. Celia E. Nelson. Who else is here? MJB. Okay. All right. Sorted. So they said rumors around Princess Kate's recovery, King Charles cancer, and more. Let's see, King Charles cancer, more concerns. Prince William's last minute absence raises eyebrows. The rift deepens between Harry and William. Now, you know what? That one, I don't necessarily buy that one because it's already bad. I don't know how much worse it can get. And look at here. They haven't spoken to each other in ages. And while I'm sure Harry would love to have a relationship with his brother, because I mean, that's his brother, I'm also reasonably sure that Harry knows that that ship has sailed some time ago. He knows how his brother is. And unless someone is brave enough to have an intervention with William, then their relationship right now is pretty hopeless. Leg says, why is Harry's face there? Why not Tad Silky Chicken? You know, I was wondering that too. Well, I think it's because number one, uh, I think the silky chicken can be a bit gruesome when you're trying to sell a magazine, And the other reason is she's on vacation. I don't know. But I almost added her picture behind Harry and Meghan's. And I said, no, that's enough of that fire breathing, feather flapping, um, what do you call it, monstrosity all over my thumbnail. So I decided not to add her myself. But I was thinking about adding her because it should be balanced with the four of them and the two Sussexes. Although we know that the Sussexes could easily outnumber, outpace, and outclass those other ones with their hands tied behind their back. It would take about 100 of those other ones to equal Harry and Meghan. We all know that. So, but yeah, that is a good question. Why not? Why not? But yeah, I guess they just, well, and the other thing is, didn't they really need to add Harry in there just so that people would buy it, right? Because it really does not involve Harry. But then again, Camilla's not mentioned at the bottom, so maybe that's why. Well, Legs, you have a good eye. You have a good eye. You always have a great eye for detail. Okay. I don't like the way that my cut and paste came out. I'm not crazy about that, but I will fix it later. Not crazy about it. Yeah, it looks weird. Okay. Let me move on. And like I said, we have a lot to cover. And thank you for the super chat, Legs. Okay. Ingrid Soares, thank you so much for being here. Sonia Johnson, I think I said hi. Sharon Augustine. Ozell Dunlap, love that name. Ozell Dunlap, Ozell. And Black Queen is here. Very cool. All right. Happy Independence Day, Ghana. How many, what is it, 61 years or something like that? I don't even know how many years it is. But wasn't last year like 60? Well, anyway, happy Independence Day, Ghana, or should I say the motherland. As I was checking out my DNA, I realized that it's not just a country in Africa, it's home, along with a few other countries, but it's home. So happy Independence Day to Ghana. And there you go. Happy Independence Day, Ghana. Beautiful people, beautiful culture, beautiful country. And dare I say, some of the best educated people you'll find in any Ivy League institution or just about any institution of higher learning on the planet. They don't mess around. Okay. And check it out right there. The fit in week one, they set the standard for the season, full of West African inspired outfits from Ghana. Yes, it was Fashion Week in the NFL. As you can see, I don't know which player that is, but one of the Cleveland Browns is strutting around there in his kente cloth. Very, very cool. Looking like a king. Yeah, looking like a king. All right. And then this, I remember this from last year. Ghana's new national airline is moving closer to takeoff after Ghanaian government revealed it had selected the name Ghana Air for the new flag carrier. Now, I didn't research. I don't know if it took off or not, or I'm assuming they're running right now. But either way, I love the 787 Dreamliner. And of course, if that is the livery that they're going to put on that aircraft, I think it's a win-win already. I would love to see something as beautiful as that in one of the airports. Now, if you notice, they've only done the tail and the engines. Thing is, for several reasons, it just makes sense to use the white paint because it reflects better. And I think it actually saves fuel or something like that. But Most airlines prefer to use either something very reflective or they'll just go with the white paint. But I think it helps out the fuel economy. So, but still, that is a very cool looking plane. And check it out. If you remember when Kamala Harris made that trip to Ghana last year, see there? Kamala Harris and the Pips, when she took that midnight plane to Ghana. Mm-hmm. The VP proved too much for DC. Too much for DC. She couldn't take it, so she's leaving a life she's come to know. She said she's going back to find, going back to find, ooh, 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 what's left of that land, a land she's come to know. Not so long ago, she's leaving on that midnight plane to Ghana, leaving on the midnight plane. Hey, 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 woo-hoo. You guys remember that photo? As soon as I saw it, the first thing that came to mind was Kamala Harris and the Pips. I could just see her. I could just see her like carrying on. You know what I'm saying? I would pay good money for that if they can get those gentlemen and the vice president on Saturday Night Live and do that number, or Christmas Eve. No, New Year's Eve. Do it New Year's Eve, Times Square. Kamala Harris and the Pips. Okay. I'd rather live in his world than live without him. In her world is his and his alone. Ooh, he kept dreaming that someday he'd be a star, a superstar, but he didn't get far. Oh, okay, that's enough of that. And according to my DNA, check it out, there's about, I think was it 11%? Yeah, I think it's 11% of me comes from Ghana, not Ghana. And of course, you can mix that in with Cameroon, Congo, West Bantu peoples, Mali, Nigeria, Benin, and Togo. And then for some reason, there's an angry little Welshman inside of me just cussing and fussing, wishing that Willie would stop calling himself the Prince of Wales. No wonder that bothers me so much. And then, of course, there's a little piece of English and some parts of Northern European. And what else is there? Oh, there's an Irishman there. Okay. And the Norwegian. Now, that's a surprise. But then again, Thor has been one of my favorites on the Avengers. And then Senegal. So there you go. That's all of me. Yeah. Love me or leave me, that's all of me. And a nice little chunk of that is from Ghana. So it's just like home. I should go there one of these days, right? Anyway, happy Independence Day, Ghana. And of course, thank you as always to the Mod Squad, Church Nelly, Lydia Washington, Cookies and Cream, Adrian Burrow, let's see, and Dominica Anastasia Isabella Christiansen. Put that on the business card, right? And of course, Black Queen, Lucy Wynn, Elaine Parker, and occasionally helping out with a channel of her own as well, VS Speaks Royal. As you can see, I put a little asterisk right there, just to remind you guys that VS has her own channel. So again, thank you all very much to the Mod Squad. See, I made a new sign today. That only took about an hour. Just about an hour. lip hanging, drooling. I was really into it. I was like, I got to get this done. And of course, there was the great news about Archetypes streaming everywhere, and I do mean everywhere. So Limonada has, or should I say, our Duchess has partnered with Limonada to present to you all the new Archetypes. So you can catch all of the old episodes of Archetypes, and then of course you can catch the newest ones whenever they start. I don't know if they gave us a date yet, but now I don't want to get all worked up and just assume that this is gonna spell doom for Joe Rogan for a little while, but I hope it does very well. I hope it does. Okay, and what's that? Black Queen says, Baron, I dare you. What does that leave? The continent of Europe? Okay, let me see here. All right. Okay, so let's move on. And good news. Check out some of the ratings. Oh, and by the way, this is one of the reasons why I put this here. Please don't forget to go over to the Archetypes and rate those episodes, right? So don't forget, you watch them, you rate them. You watch a little bit of them and rate them, and then just go back and watch the rest. Wink, wink. But just watch them and rate them, okay? Don't let our side down. You got to watch it. If you all have, well, listen to it. If you haven't listened to the Archetypes and you're thinking, oh, how interesting can it be? Trust me when I say this. It was very good. It was great. As a matter of fact, it was great. I mean, it had to have been great to have knocked Joe Rogan off of his throne of 3 years straight. He was number one. And of course, I think he's back to number one again, but still, for someone that was new on the block, I would have to say our Duchess showed the world why she earned that Gracie Award. And of course, the, what was the other one? The People's Choice Award. Yeah, so you got to check it out. So right there, it says, so happy this is on Apple. I've been waiting to listen to this. So happy to find it here. I love Megan. And then someone else said, I love the Duchess and didn't know she had a podcast. It's very good. Hello. And of course, surprisingly relatable. Well, we're not surprised because we already know. Surprisingly relatable. I wasn't sure about this show. I've heard a lot of people talking about Megan being out of touch, but this show is so good. The interviews are with celebrities, but et cetera, et cetera. It cuts off there. And then what else? Absolutely thrilled. This is out everywhere. Currently binging. See, there's somebody who's binge listening to it. And then also, yes, I am so happy this is on all platforms now. Megan is a wonderful host, and I cannot wait to binge the series. And lastly, it goes, oh, I love this show. It's wonderful. So there you go. Check it out. Check it out. It is called Archetypes, and it is now streaming everywhere. Great podcast. It'll keep you company during your commute, and so on and so on. Isn't this beautiful? Now, one of the squatties sent me this. Remember Jerry White? Well, as I asked you guys, please do pray for Jerry because she has a very big surgery coming up this month, and she's asking for your prayers. Anyway, she sent me a card, and I thought this was just gorgeous. So I actually scanned it with my phone, and anyway, I'm sharing it with you. Very cool, right? I love it. Very Afrocentric. And these cards, actually, I'll show you here. This is a replica of one of the cards made by Rwandan women who participate in Women for Women International program. Produced from banana leaves, each card is created by hand and sold to help Rwandan women earn an income and care for their families. Don't you love it? I like when something has sustainability or somehow it helps deserving people create an income or subsidize their income. Very important. That sounds like something the Duchess of Sussex would do. So, again, thank you, Jerry White, for this very, very cool card. And we will be praying for you. And, let's get into this then. So, Dr. Jessica Taylor, I'm starting to get really irritated with media warnings that hounding Kate Middleton is just like hounding Princess Diana. I read an article today which said one would have thought we had learned not to hound members of the royal family since the tragic death of Diana. What? I guess you all are hounding Meghan Markle to the brink of self-harm never happened then, right? Let's see. Don't hound the white one, right? She deserves privacy and respect. I cannot believe they would liken this to Diana, but when Harry said that him and Meghan were being hounded like his mom was, he was blasted as an attention seeker for talking about the parallels with his mother's abuse and her death. I cannot with this toxic, abusive family or horrible public relations with them all. It's gaslighting on a massive scale, right in full view. She said what she said. She said what she said. As a matter of fact, she deserves, wait for it. Okay, incoming. There you go. She deserves applause. I think that is quite worthy of applause. And if that's not enough, Celibici, Carol Malone. Oh, yeah. I got to play this soundbite, you all. I got to play this soundbite. Oh, please don't forget to hit the like button. It is never too early to help support this channel. Don't forget to hit the like button. Please make sure you're subscribed. And with all possibility, make sure you share the link to Royal Sussex. All right. As always, thank you for your support. Okay.
So long. So I think, what Charles did was a great thing with the prostate.
Well, he didn't tell us what. But hang on, he didn't tell us what cancer he had.
No, he did. Well, he didn't. He doesn't have cancer. But what he had was he was having a prostate procedure.
Yeah, he's good.
He let it be known that I don't know if it is.
No, he had an enlarged prostate.
I don't think it's an enlarged prostate.
He had a prostate test.
Yes.
The prostate was fine.
Yes.
But he was diagnosed with cancer of another part.
What?
Okay, so we don't know what part.
I can't say what it is but I know. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I do. But the thing is that
I want you to listen again and listen carefully. I know what it is, but I can't say. So listen again and listen carefully.
What he did in a public eye for so long. So I think what Charles did was a great thing with the prostate.
Well, he didn't tell us what. But hang on, he didn't tell us what cancer he had.
No, he did. Well, he didn't. He doesn't have cancer. But what he had was he was having a prostate procedure.
Yeah, he's good.
He didn't say, but he doesn't have cancer.
He let it be known. I don't know if it is.
No, he had an enlarged prostate.
I don't think it's an enlarged prostate.
He had a prostate test.
Yes.
The prostate was fine.
Yes.
But he was diagnosed with cancer of another part.
What? What?
Okay, so
I can't
we don't know
remember-
what part.
I can't say what it is but I know. But anyway, it
Oh,
doesn't
you know.
matter.
I can't say what it is, but I know. Now, this is Carol Malone. And Carol Malone is quite the wordsmith when she chooses to be. As a matter of fact, sometimes you think it's like the Energizer Bunny, like somebody just popped a Duracell in her back and hit the power switch, and you cannot stop her. She's tenacious, and if she's on your side, that's a good thing. But if she's against you, I'm afraid she is like your worst nightmare. So, and she asked a good question. And the more the palace or the palaces, the various houses of Windsor, the more they try to manage Kate's abdominal surgery, the more they try to manage Charles' prostate and / cancer, but not prostate cancer. You see what I mean? Prostate, but not cancer. No, prostate, but not cancer, right? So Kate's abdominal surgery, but not non-cancerous, and Charles' prostate cancer. See what I mean? See what I mean? Okay, let me try this one more time. Charles' prostate, he had an enlarged prostate. It required a procedure. And then, of course, they said it was non-cancerous. But this was only 90 minutes after they announced that Kate had abdominal surgery. And guess what? You guessed it, no cancer there either. And then a week later, was it? Charles sends word by his office that, oh, the king has cancer. Does he? Does he really? It makes you second guess at this point, doesn't it? Because, and as I said, I don't care that it sounds insensitive because they have made a mess of this. 1,000 years of monarchy, and you cannot shape or frame the words in a way that doesn't sound like some type of conspiracy theory. Every time I see an update, I'm like, where's the tinfoil? I got to make a hat. Where's my tinfoil? Blue Draws, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you so much for being a member of Royal Sussex. Still a bargain at just $4.99. And Blue Draws says, 1 month's membership. Congratulations. Happy to be here for 1 month. Thanks for the laughs, Baron. You are quite welcome, Blue Draws, and thank you so much for being here and sharing in this community. Greatly appreciate it. So, right there, Queen Armaid, she says, would King Charles be that depraved to tell the world that he has cancer when he doesn't? If he is indeed lying, he is truly one of the worst human beings I'd ever witnessed. Well, let's hope he's not lying. And then, of course, Carol Malone did not escape the notice of celibacy. Carol Malone claims King Charles lied about having cancer. Oh, wait. What is that behind there? And is something else. Yeah, it is something else. It is something else. And Carol Malone, who I would say is a mouthpiece for the palace, as they love to say about Omid Scobie, Harry and Meghan's mouthpiece. Well, Carol Malone is a mouthpiece in her own right. Carol Malone is of the opinion that it's not, it is, and I know what it is, and it's not, but it is, and it's not. All at the same time. It is and it isn't. It's not and it isn't. I know, but I'm not going to tell you. Shall we take it from the top? It is, but it isn't. It's not, but it is. I know what it is, and I'm not saying. Okay, Carol Malone, I see you. All righty then. So, let me see here. Terry H says, hi. Oh, you're just saying hi to a few people. That's fine. Antoinette Kennedy says, Baron, you know, Harry only visited Charles for less than 24 hours. Well, actually, it was less than 45 minutes. He was in the country for, what was it, 24 hours, 28 hours? And then he was out of there. And at the time, I have to say, there were several people in the Sussex squad to say, I smell a rat. I smell a rat. There were several people in the squad who said that Charles was using Harry as a prop. Like, let's say, just for the sake of conversation, let's say that Charles called Harry. Now, Harry didn't say who was the first to reach out, but he did say he found out on the phone. So what if Charles was the one who reached out via one of his secretaries and called Harry and told Harry, yep, okay, I'll see you. And so Harry gets over there and realizes that there is no cancer. And in a huff, he kind of throws his head back and laughs and hops on a plane and goes back home. Right? That is what people were saying, what, a month ago? And now, fast forward to today and Carol Malone, there seems to be an air of truth to that. It seems to be. I mean, listen, I said this before when it was to do with Kate, and now I'm starting to think about that again because you know what? People were saying the same thing, that this doesn't make sense about Kate. And now this doesn't make sense. This entire rollout has been so haphazard and so deliberately ill-timed, ill-conceived, and just plain sloppy. It has been absolutely sloppy. It's as though the Three Stooges gave a press conference. If you hire Moe, Curly, and Larry and say, listen, we want you to take over the press operations, will you? That appears to be exactly what's happening right now, is that Moe, Curly, and Larry have taken over the press operations, and it's all over the place. It is a big, fat, sloppy mess. That's what it is. And it all started out with Kate had abdominal surgery, and then about 90 minutes later, Charles has a prostate thing. And of course, in both cases, they claimed they were non-cancerous. And with Charles being one of the most privileged and one of the wealthiest people in the world, with a collection of old world masterpieces second to none, a jewelry collection that would be the envy of any despot or ne'er-do-well, you have, I don't know what those mean, don't you? You have, I don't know what that means, but you have Charles go for an exam, and they claim that he has an enlarged prostate. And so upon treating the prostate, then what do you know? Guess what we found? Cancer. What? Shouldn't that have come up in the first place? Now, I haven't heard anyone criticize that scenario, saying that's odd. Maybe they should have noticed that in the first place. I guess these things can happen, or I don't know. I don't have enough information to draw up a reasonable conclusion as to what exactly happened. Not my area of expertise. However, it just seems a bit fishy. Thank you, Antoinette. Leg says, are you saying that you are not a Shemp fan? No, Shimp is like bringing on Cindy Birdsong. I prefer the original trio, but thank you so much for the super sticker. Yeah, I prefer Flo and oh look, I forgot the girl's name. Oh, wait a minute. Flo was the one that okay. So Flo and who was the one that was angry until the day she died? I can't remember her name. Anyway, I prefer the original Supremes. Uh, you're far away from me, my love. And just as sure, sure, my baby, as there are stars above. Wanna say, someday. Nubian Queen, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Ghana Independence Day. And John Garcia Barron, what a bunch of Keystone Cops. They remind me of the 1971 movie, The Gang That Couldn't Shoot Straight, starring Robert De Niro. Now, that's the second time I've heard that reference. I got to see that movie. I got to see that movie. The Gang That Couldn't Shoot Straight. Let me see. The gang that could not shoot straight. Okay. I have queued it up and I am going to watch it in due time because since you all keep bringing it up, that means that I have to watch it. Oh, okay. Looks interesting. Hope I can watch it for free with all of the services I'm streaming to and never watch. But thank you very much, John Garcia, and thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. So, Carol Malone, you have really let me see. You were born with a silver keyboard in your mouth. Yeah, a silver keyboard in your mouth. Unlike George Bush, poor George, he couldn't help it. He was born with a silver foot in his mouth. Well, this is someone who was born with a silver keyboard. If I was her, I would get the story straight before I go on to Jeremy Vine. I mean, after all, she's not a person of color. She's not someone defending Harry and Meghan, which means that she was not under attack from the fellow panelists rather, or Jeremy Vine, right? It's not like she was Dr. Scholler. They won't let her get a word in edgewise. Usually, when she talks, she has the floor and nobody interrupts her. And yet, in spite of those odds, somehow she managed to say what a lot of people in the Sussex squad was thinking. And I have to say, there was a lot of skepticism. I like to believe that just about anything is possible, but I wasn't completely sold on the idea that someone would dare come up with something like that, and it just wasn't true. But now I have to question whether or not the king told the truth. Actually, he didn't have to say anything, did he? People were speaking on his behalf. I hope that he's not misleading people. I really do. I hope not. If it came out of the British royal family, we're fake life threatening disease, I would say they would be done, but I imagine the press would say they thought it was cancer. Oh, yes. I wouldn't put it past them. Thank you, Legs. And Carolita Simone, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for being here. And as always, thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, and so Cameron Walker over at GBN News says the king has held video call with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau from Buckingham Palace. And then I saw a video earlier. Charles smiles in the back of his Rolls Royce. Actually, it's a state Bentley, but who am I? Charles smiles in the back of his state Bentley as crowds cheer on the king amid his cancer treatment. Listen, y'all. If there is something nefarious going on, oh, me and these big words today. Charles would benefit in such a massive way from this outpouring of love and respect, prayers, good cheers, and so on. I mean, he is eating it up. He is eating it up. Now, I have to say, it does look like he lost some weight. His childbearing hips aren't nearly as massive as they used to be. But it has not escaped my notice that Charles seems to bask in his newfound popularity. That's all I'm saying. So if this is a sleight of hand, which sounds redundant when you think about it because his hands are so big, but if this is a sleight of see what I said? That does sound weird, doesn't it, Charles? Sleight of hand. I mean, you could see his hands with the naked eye from outer space. There's no such thing as Charles sleight of hand, but anyway, I digress. If this is Charles pulling a fast one, I have to say it's in really bad taste, and it was a shrewd move on his part because there's no way in the world this type of affection would happen upon him organically. Black Queen says, Baron Leslie F. passed her medical exam with flying colors. Congrats to her for awesome accomplishments. Yes, congratulations. And of course, when something like that happens, I mean, when something like that happens, you got to acknowledge it, right? So let me get this going here. Okay. Hello, Ivy here. Hello, Ivy. Girl, the Duchess of Sussex won. Meet me at the Royal Sussex party. Judge Nelly's gonna be there. All right, Ivy out. You know what? I have not come down from my high yet. All right. Congratulations again, Leslie F. And cheers. All right. Thank you so much, Black Queen. All right. Oh, no. Okay. Hit it. Hello, Ivy here. Hello, Ivy. Girl, the Duchess of Sussex won. Meet me at the Royal Sussex party. Judge Nelly's gonna be there. All right, Ivy out. You know what? I have not come down from my high yet. As you know, what an awesome moderator. Thank you so much, Black Queen. And happy birthday, Lottie. Happy birthday. Many happy returns of the day. All right. Okay. And thank you again. Okay. Good day for celebration. I don't know how Black Queen got her own thing there, but oh well. Okay. Hi, Deborah Anderson. And let me see here. Judy Matas said, wow, I'm late. Hello, everyone. Well, hello to you too. And VS speaks rarely. VS, did you just get here? Did you just get here? Because I have a new Mod Squad thing there. See there? And there you are with a little asterisk so everybody will know that VS speaks rarely. Not only has she been nice enough to help out over here, but she has her own channel. Usually the first Sussex friendly space that comes on in my time zone. So there you go. That is the new Mod Squad poster. And okay, where did I leave off? Was I here? Okay, nope. Here? Nope. There, I was right there. So again, if Charles is up to something shady or sneaky or something like that, it's going to be on his conscience. It will be on his conscience. Okay. And next. And right there, you can see. Now, one of the things that I've never noticed before, but has Charles gone to church as much over the years as he has in the past, I don't know, a couple months? Has he been to church that often? It was February 5th, I think it was, when they announced the cancer. So in the past month and a half, yeah, let's say a month and a half. Has he been going to church that often? I mean, I would say he looks bad, but he's been looking like that for a while. I don't know if this is all part of the theater of it. And like I alluded to yesterday, thank you, Lady Bird. As I alluded to yesterday, or was it the day before, when I spoke about Camilla getting all of this, shall we say, royal duties that otherwise would have been carried out by a blood royal, or let's say Queen Elizabeth II. But yet she is going to do the Mondri church service, right? Always the sovereign, never a consort. She is likely to do some investitures in the near future. And I believe one of the reasons why they announced the investitures is not as though Anne or Edward or William could not keep up with that, but notice that they put Camilla's name on the top of the list for other royals that might actually carry out the the thing where William was swaying back and forth. That is an investiture where they give them what they call a gong, but it is a little medallion that they wear on their lapel. And then they box it up in a little gift box and they wear it on special occasions. Like if they ever get invited to the garden party, they'll wear it, that sort of thing. But yeah, that's 2. And let's see, Commonwealth Day is 3. Those are 3 things that is usually led by the sovereign or a blood royal, like Charles filled in for the Queen. And yet, in spite of William's availability, Camilla's going to do it. There is something so sly about that. I just feel like Charles and Camilla may have concocted this little scenario in their head where she would be the Queen. One of the first things they carried out was getting rid of consort and just calling her queen. Now, Lord Nappyhead's paper, the Daily Mail, if you don't know who Lord Nappyhead is, if you're new to Royal Sussex, that is the colorful nickname that I have given to the owner of the Daily Fail, also known as the Daily Mail. This racially ambiguous son of Tom Jones, well, not really the son of Tom Jones, but you get what I'm saying. He owns the Daily Mail, and I believe that he is such a royalist that not only does he tell the royals what to do when he can get a word in edgewise from Rupert Murdoch, he also is sticking with tradition. And in the Daily Mail, quite often she is referred to as the Queen Consort. They don't hide that. They haven't deviated from that. So that's the only thing that I can say Lord Nappyhead has gotten right, is she is the Queen Consort. So, and I'm not even going to explain how that happened again, but that's another thing that they snuck up on everybody at the last minute. B. Martin says the Duke of Gaza the Duke of Gaza took another week off. B. Martin, I think I'm having a very, very bad effect on you. I am going to have to ask you to abstain from watching Royal Sussex for at least one episode, because I think I'm having an effect on you. I think you were so sweet when you first came to this channel, but now it's like I can get some good material from you. Oh, Lord, the Duke of Gaza. I love it. I love it. Leg says, oh, by the way, thank you again. Leg says, I did. I'm, what's that, ecstatic? The problem is that the British royal family and the British media is still trying to tarnish her reputation. They don't have any other move to get Harry back, so they are trying to keep the island. Oh, okay. All right, thank you, Lex. I guess that was for me, right? Okay. And let's see. Lorna says, Australia prepares for King's visit later this year. Source, Town and Country, called to Trudeau to see if the King could get an invite to Canada. Interesting. And you know what? William really ought to be making those trips. But I'm not even going to go there. I wonder when he's going to stop traveling abroad. You know, at a certain point, the Queen stopped traveling abroad, right? She wanted to be close to home just in case. But, I mean, it's not like he's on a commercial flight. It is the lap of luxury, but still, that's a lot to put on Charles. But, oh, well, you can't trust William. And Harry offered, and they didn't want to hear of it. So I'm talking about before they stepped back. I'm not talking about this recent stuff that the tabloids have been saying, but they said no half in, no half out. When you're gone, you're gone. And guess what? Everything is falling apart. Thank you so much, Lorna Williams, and thank you for being a member of the Sussex. I'm sorry. A member of Royal Sussex. Listen to me, the Sussex Squad. But, oh, yeah, you're in Canada, right? The CA, that's Canadian. All right, very cool. Thank you so much. My neighbors from the north. Or probably from the east, because I think most people in Canada live about the same, longitude, latitude. Lives about the same latitude I live, so very cool. Yeah, if I went to Toronto, I would actually drive east. Yeah, I would drive east to get to Toronto, not north. But thank you. Okay. Yes, B. Martin is quite the cut up, huh? Right, Blue Jaws? That was a good one. The Duke of Gaza. I love it. So, send in the clowns. There ought to be clowns. Well, Gary is here. Yes, send in the clowns. Uncle Gary. Clown extraordinaire. He is a clown, and he admits that he's a bit of a rogue and a clown. But unlike the traditional circus clown who will, pull a bouquet of flowers out of his blazer or vest, or a clown wearing big shoes, this clown will make lines of baking soda right on the kitchen counter, and then in a fit of rage, he'll punch you in the face. This is not a friendly clown. This clown will deck you. Although, if you ever try that with me, I promise you, it's not going to be send in the clowns. It'll be, can somebody pronounce this clown? Okay. But, yeah, this particular clown is rather violent, according to court records. According to a police report, had to pay a 5,000 pound fine. And why? Because he's connected. As a matter of fact, some of his best tricks, if you will, has been provided for, or should I say performances, has been provided for the benefit of several members of the royal family, allegedly. According to him, he has his connections. So Women's Aid is a not-for-profit. We are disappointed with the decision to include that clown Gary Goldsmith in the Celebrity Big Brother house. Producers must consider how his appearance will impact women who have survived domestic abuse. Read our full statement here, and I think I have that on the next slide. Let's see. Sussex Love says, I hear Carol Malone, Charles don't have cancer. Actually, we covered that if you just got here. Thank you so much for the super chat. That's what she didn't say. And then she said it. And then she said she couldn't say, even though she said it and she didn't say. Got it? In other words, she let the cat out the bag. She let slip what could possibly be a bigger, you know what? Now that I think about it, by the way, thank you, Sussex Love. Now that I think about it, what if that happened just for the benefit of turning the attention away from Kate? See what they've done to us? See what they've done? They have us guessing what the truth is. We're like a dog chasing our tails, trying to figure out what is and is not the truth. So, one thing's for sure, is since they're carrying on like this, you just can't trust them. You cannot believe what they're saying because they are contradicting themselves. And when I say they, I'm including Carol Malone because she has been a mouthpiece for the palace. Just like Jeannie Bond, she has been a mouthpiece for the palace. And of course, that Weight Watchers reject, what's her name? Rebecca English? Yeah, Rebecca English. Excuse me. Rebecca English also is a mouthpiece. As a matter of fact, more so than most of them. I think she has probably the highest rank among all the mouthpieces for the palace, and there are quite a few. And when they need to change the topic, and you know what? Let me just say this. I'm glad they ain't talking about the Sussexes. That's a relief. So their statement. Women's Aid responds to Gary Goldsmith becoming a Celebrity Big Brother contestant. The decision includes a man who has been charged and pled guilty to assaulting his wife in the Celebrity Big Brother house demonstrates the lack of awareness that the production team has when it comes to survivors of domestic abuse. The producers should consider how Gary Goldsmith's appearance will impact women who have survived domestic abuse and how they will feel watching him on TV every night. At Women's Aid, we would argue that the producers to consider how they approach this. As for many survivors of abuse, the inclusion of men convicted of abuse in entertainment programs will already be a sign that these crimes are not taken seriously. The entertainment industry has to consider the impact on women of whom, is it who or whom? I think it should be whom, of whom they give a platform to and derive entertainment value from. I think it should be whom. But the long and the short of it is, this was careless and reckless and irresponsible of them, not to mention some of the most reprehensible decision making I've ever seen. They should not have allowed him on their show. That being said, today it seems like he's been spilling more tea on the Middletons than the Sussexes. So if he keeps trending in that direction, I say let him stay. Gary, to, is it Ekin Sue about Kate Middleton. We can't talk about, well, you know what? I got a sound bite. I'll play that. And, but where are the clowns? Gary's a clown.
If it's announced, I'll give you
Oh, sorry. Okay, let's try it again.
There's the kind of code of etiquette. If it's announced, I'll give you an opinion.
I hope she's okay.
But I think the most important thing, well, I know I spoke to her mum, my sister. She's getting the best care in the world. And all the family's done is put the wagons around and look after family first before anything else. But I do think they put a statement out. It's just said, we just take some time to recoup and we'll see you in Easter.
I've heard mixed things about Kate, and I don't want to make a comment, but whatever it is, do you want her to come back or leave one word in?
Yeah. She's amazing. She'll be back. Of course she will.
Good.
One more time.
There's the kind of code of etiquette. If it's announced, I'll give you an opinion.
He said there's a kind of code of etiquette. When it's announced, I will give you an opinion. I think the most important thing, I spoke with her mom, my sister. She's getting the best care in the world.
I hope she's okay.
But I think the most important thing, well, I know I spoke to her mum, my sister. She's getting the best care in the world. And all the family's done is put the wagons around and look after family first before anything else. But I do think they put a statement out. It's just said, we just take some time to recoup and we'll see you in Easter.
I've heard mixed things about Kate, and I don't want to make a comment, but whatever it is, do you want her to come back or leave one word in?
Yeah. She's amazing. She'll be back. Of course she will.
Good.
Okay. So he said she'll be back. Of course she will. So he's had quite a go at it. It's hard to tell whether or not he was recruited for the sake of coming after the Sussexes, or if this is just him. But anyway, he doesn't need the money. That's what people are saying, is that he does not need the money. Oh, Dansby, you got a channel? I didn't know that. Here, let me put the link up there at the top. Looks like we got us another Sussex friendly space. Here. There you go. Yeah, it's up there. That's the link to Dansby channel. So check it out. I'm going to have to do that myself. Matter of fact, I'm already subscribed. I guess I've seen it. Yeah, I was about to say, let me subscribe. I'm already subscribed. Okay, there you go. I'm going to have to do the notification, so I'll make sure I can see it. That's what I'm going to have to do. All right, very cool. Thank you. All right, moving on. Okay. Oh, B. Martim? Baron, they need to get him out of there quick. Snitches get stitches. B. Martim, I'm starting to really get to know you, and I'm scared. I'm scared. Wow. See, I never really know the Sussex Squad. Okay, well, listen, B. Martin, listen. I see that you have a way of handling things, especially where the Sussexes are concerned. If it comes to it, I'll put something on your books, okay? I'll put something on your books. That way you can get some ho-hos, some ding-dongs, and some Funyuns. Beef jerky, all that stuff. I will gladly put something on your books. All right? And I'll even take phone calls on weekends. How's that? All right. Thank you very much. The King's Strength and Stay. How composed Queen Camilla proves herself as Charles rocks by leading the monarchy at memorial service in her husband's absence, proving just how invaluable she is to the firm. Okay, they already put that crown on her head. I didn't think it would fit, but the Marie Antoinette of Windsor, Queen Camilla, the Queen Consort, or as Sonny Hostin said on The View, the Queen Cohort. Queen Camilla was the most senior royal at the Windsor Castle service for the late King Constantine of Greece, with her husband, King Charles III, absent as his cancer treatment continues. Now, I predicted that William was not going to go to the Commonwealth Day because that would put him either besides Camilla or behind him, behind Camilla as they process. Process into church, right? Because traditionally, as I've seen several of the Commonwealth Day services, the senior royals arrive according to rank. The lowest in rank arrives first, followed by the higher ranks. And then after greeting the people on the receiving line to their left as they walk in the door, then they walk across the aisle and greet people on their right. And that is where they gather. And then, according to rank, the senior most royal first, they would go into the Westminster Abbey Cathedral and sit in the choir section, or near the choir, near the altar. So, according to rank, now this is the tricky part, because I've always heard that if you are a commoner, or if you're not of royal birth, should I say, if you're not a member of the family by birth, in the absence of your spouse, it is up to you to show deference to the blood royals and their spouses. But now that Camilla is the Queen Consort, I don't know if that changes or not. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But it says here that she is going to lead the monarchy at the memorial service. So very, very precarious situation for William, because now that Camilla has raised her head above the parapet, there is no turning back. Sarah Vine, wasn't the coronation about Charles and Camilla? All we've seen are William and Kate wafting through Kensington Palace in Hollywood-style videos, all, dare I say it, a bit manipulative. I'd almost rather watch one of Harry's worthy documentaries. So Sarah Vine, I guess she's on the side of Charles and Camilla, because as I pointed out yesterday, as a matter of fact, I'm just going to go through these very quickly, but I pointed that out yesterday, that I do believe that there is a war between the two houses of Windsor. I really do believe that. I don't know when it started. Okay, let's do this quick. I don't know when it started, but Camilla sent out word via Clarence House that nobody else can wear a tiara, which traditionally they would at a coronation, but nobody else was to wear a tiara or a crown, of course, but no one else could wear a tiara. So Kate went and found this elaborate headpiece that looked like some type of bridal applique, and she put that on her head and even gave a miniature version to her daughter. Okay. I don't think Camilla was fond of that at all. And then, of course, the is it the Chelsea Flower Show, where Kate shows up early? Oh, you think it started the day the Queen died? Oof. Okay. Okay. All right. You think that's why she wasn't invited to Balmoral? Okay. All right. I'm gonna take your word for it. She upstaged Camilla at the flower show by showing up early. Charles and Camilla wanted to be on all. I don't even know if they knew she was coming. Okay. I don't even know if they knew she was coming, but apparently they got there and most of the press got the pictures they wanted for the day. And boy, I tell you, that was all over social media. And then they left, or they were, just hanging out by the time Kate left. And of course, Charles and Camilla showed up. Kate wasn't even there when they got there. She had already taken the shine away from Camilla, who looks fit to be tied, y'all. I mean, Camilla looked like she's about ready to hang a foot in her behind, but she couldn't because Kate had left already. So if she was interested in sticking that size 11 or 12 wedgie in somebody's behind, it was too late because they were gone already. So that might explain why Camilla wasn't smiling at that point. And then, of course, there was the embarrassment of running in and out of the hospital that Kate may or may not have actually have been a patient, because we saw William go past the hospital once and then never again. And we never saw any image of Kate leaving the hospital, not even what was supposedly a vehicle of her leaving the hospital. Nothing. There were never any flowers, just this weird viney looking thing, but there were never any flowers delivered. Her mother never showed up, none of that stuff. So again, I believe that there is a bit of a war between the two of them, although occasionally they will look like they are cordial to each other, but that's something that they have learned to do over time just for the cameras. And of course, yesterday we found out that Kate was mentioned for the Troop in the Colors just so that they could sell tickets. Then we found out that Kensington Palace said, we will let you know whether or not Kate is going to the Troop in the Colors, which is in June. That is the unofficial birthday, or should I say it is the official birthday celebration for the sovereign. No matter what their birthday, they always pick one of the nicest weekends in June. According to the almanac, they pick one of the nicest weekends of June so that they can have a bright, sunny day for the flyover and the parade for the Troop in the Colors. And as you can see, there's something I shared yesterday that Maundy Day, that is when the sovereign gives out coins to the commoners and such. It's a tradition that goes all the way back. And it goes all the way back. And they, what do you call it? It's usually the sovereign that does that with the, what do you call it? The consort. But this year, Camilla, for the first time in history, I believe, will actually do the duty herself. Now, Charles did fill in for his mother. And you know what else is cool about that photo? Do you guys realize that that was the day that Harry and Meghan brought the kids to see the Queen? Remember, the Queen used her burner phone to arrange for them to get there? They knew that Charles and Camilla would be at the Maundy Day, and William and Kate, guess where they were? You guessed it, on vacation again. So that was the perfect time for the Sussexes to have that very stealthy move in and out. And the British the British tabloid media were furious because nobody had any photos. Black Queen says, Baron, could you please post an update list of the Sussex-friendly channels needed for the new subbies? Thanks much. Sure will. I will work on that. Thank you again for the super chat. But yeah, I will dig out that old list and compare it to who we know is new. Yeah, I'll work on that. Give me about a week. Seriously, give me about a week. And remind me in a couple of days, but give me about a week. Okay. Oh, let me see. Who is allowed to be telling anyone what to do? Here, here. Thank you very much. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Okay, so let me get back over to the slides that I'm on today. And you know what else is so interesting about this? Remember, the tabloids were constantly complaining about Harry and Meghan and those Netflix cameras, the Netflix cameras. I bet they, what was it, Angela Levin? Harry and Meghan, you know, they probably recorded it for the Netflix. And, Meghan always gets her way because she's a Hollywood actress. And Archie, they should have checked his juice box for a camera, especially when they went to see the Queen. She swore up and down, left and right, back and forth, that Harry and Meghan snuck cameras in their pockets and probably recorded the Queen. Now, I noticed that when Harry spent some time with his grandmother after her passing, you didn't hear them speculating about that visit. No, no, no. I'm surprised they haven't. But you didn't hear them speculating about that visit. So Ephraim Hardcastle says, has Prince William's nose been put out of joint by Queen Camilla deputizing for King Charles while he recovers from cancer? It says here, has William's nose been put out of joint by King Charles' reliance, that is, on Queen Camilla deputizing for him while he recovers from cancer. In addition to presenting the Royal Maundy, she will take center stage at the Commonwealth Day event on Monday. Oh, good God, is it that soon? Provisional plans have been made for her to represent him at the Chelsea Flower Show, the D-Day 80th anniversary commemoration, Garter Day, Royal Ascot, and Troop in the Colors. I didn't look at the whole thing earlier. You know what this sounds like, don't you? You know what that sounds like? That sounds like Elizabeth Alexandra, something Clarice Windsor, whatever her name was. That's what it sounds like. Oh, Elizabeth Mary Alexander Windsor. That's what it sounds like. That sounds like Queen Elizabeth. Let's go through the list again, shall we? Let's go through the list again. I don't know. No wonder William is not well. Provisional plans have been made for her to represent him at the Chelsea Flower Show, the D-Day 80th anniversary, Garter Day, Royal Ascot, and Trooping the Colors. No wonder William is on the verge of collapse. William has apparently indicated, that is, his willingness to help, but hasn't yet been called upon. The long tradition of monarchs being wary of their heirs continue. I told you all yesterday, Camilla is taking over. Camilla is taking over. There was that article. Let me see if I can find that. They called it a long time ago, but it wasn't a British paper. It was an American paper. Oh, listen, don't you dare cry. You better not. It was an American paper. Let me find it. Okay. This is really like a soap opera. This is truly like a soap opera. This has become a soap opera. No kidding. You know, that's such an overused term, but it is so apropos at this time. Let me see here. Oh man, what was the title of that thing? Oh man, if I could, let me see, something Throne. Okay. Yeah, Camilla has seized the throne, you all. Okay, I can't remember what the title was, so never mind. But she's taken everything. She's taken everything. Oh, man. Oh, well. Yeah, okay. All right, I give up. I don't see it. But I I shared it not long ago, but I believe it was the Globe that said that that Camilla was going to take the throne. That Camilla was going to take the throne. And I don't know what part of that is not true. She has literally taken over. And nobody is saying anything about it. You would think that the parliament would say something. And this explains why Camilla worked so hard, leaking information about Harry and even William, just to make sure that she got all of the newspapers in her hip pocket. All of the papers are in her pocket. She carried their what's around in her purse. As a matter of fact, I think a pair of her earrings used to belong to one of the royal reporters. Let me see. Karma is turning that family every which way but loose. Sherry and Sade, glad our faves escaped that island. Hear, hear. And YM Droid says, and what do most of those events have in common? Horses and lots of... Cammie is surrounding herself with her people. Hat tip biscuit, Seabiscuit. Yeah, you got to tip your hat to Seabiscuit. Well played. Thank you, YM Droid. And B. Martim says, so William just not going to work at all with his step horse. Woo! Oh boy, you guys are cutting up. I mean, you all have let loose. I tell you, 2024 is the year of the side piece. It must be the year of the side piece, but there only seems to be one side piece that's getting over. Yep, there seems to be just one side piece. Wow. I did not see this coming. This is just it's like the stuff of nightmares. You almost couldn't believe it. But yet, here we are. Queen Camilla has taken over. She is remaking the British monarchy in her own image. And remember, they interviewed her son before the coronation, and he said, there's no long game. What do you mean the long game? If this is not a long game, I don't know what is. Looks like a long game to me. Wowee. Oh, you know what? Okay. I know what I needed to do. And and there it is. I found what I was looking for. I just had to think about it for a second. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much for the PayPal. I don't want to say the name. Baron, let Camilla enjoy the few days of reign. Trust me, when Charles is gone, William will avenge his mother's death no matter what we think of him. And we know he is revengeful. He will keep his promise to his mother. Camilla will pay for her wrongs and to those boys. Well, I hope so, but you know what? He better get her before she gets him. Because Camilla, the Queen Regent, he better get her before she gets him. That's all I got to say. because so far, you know how they say Kate never puts a foot wrong? Camilla is the one that never has a misstep. Check it out. Defiant Camilla will be queen. Expose her new plot to seize the throne. Now that, you know what? I only had to put globe. That's what I was missing. But pregnant Kate vows to stop her. Well, Kate's out of commission. Dying queen, too weak to fight back. True. She already acting like Queen Camilla. True. Isn't that eerie? I saved this not from 2013, but some time ago I found it and I'm just like, wow. So I saved it, not knowing that this day was coming. Yep, not knowing this day is coming. That's a trip. That is something else, you guys. Oh, well. And William, who, oh, by the way, thank you for the PayPal. William, who seems to have lost himself. William doesn't seem to know where he is or what he's doing. And the thing is, he used to act somewhat normal, although I told you I was always suspicious of how fast he would talk, how he always seemed to need to catch a plane. He used to talk so fast because it's just like he couldn't wait to get out of a situation. With the few things that he's actually called upon to do or willing to do, you would think he would put more into it, but it's like he's in and he's out. And I don't know who or what has gotten to him. I don't know if it was Uncle Gary. It could have been Camilla's son. What is his name? Tom Parker Bowles. Both of them have been notorious for the same thing. It could have been a pulled pork sandwich because he's made some interesting choices for his courtiers, right? It could have been a pulled pork sandwich, but oh gosh, this sounds so crude, but something has gotten into him. Something has gotten into him. Something has gotten into him. And I will leave it there. Something got a hold on me right now. Oh, it must be love. Hey, something got a hold on me right now. Something's got, oh wait. Oh, it must be love. Baron William is a putz, which is a stupid or worthless person, a New York term. Thank you, Joan Garcia. And you know what? When I saw putz, I'm like, Joan Garcia sounds just like a New Yorker. I didn't even have to finish that one. But yes, that is very New York, putz. Thank you so much for that. Okay. The mistress. Why did I see mattress when I brought that up? I'm like, the mattress? Okay. It does say mistress. The mattress cannot take the throne because that's not the order. I know there has been speculation, but it will not work. There will be a backlash if that happens. Well, I mean, Miss P talks, of course, she will never be a queen in her own right. She will never reign as a sovereign, but it's in name, all but name only. She's doing the work. She's doing the work. She's acting more like a regent, right? And if anybody doesn't know what a regent is, but I imagine most of you do, when the king or queen, whenever the sovereign is unable or found unfit to work, Parliament will enact that Regency Act, which, of course, a blood royal, usually the Prince of Wales or Princess of Wales, will serve as a regent. Like, for instance, what's her name? Queen Victoria. She was so young that her uncle did everything he could so that he would live until she was an adult, because he did not want her mother and her lover to become a regent. And then in a power struggle, her mother's lover actually he threatened her when she was very, very ill. They thought she was dying, actually. She had took a terrible fever. He was threatening her to get her to sign over power, and she refused to do it. And as soon as she was able, the first thing she did was get rid of her mother, had her moved out of her bedroom, and eventually out of the house. But at the time, he was trying to get her to sign some papers, which I don't think was legally binding, seeing that she wasn't old enough. But her mother very wisely had her tour the country so that she could meet as many people as possible, knowing that she was the likely heir whenever her uncle died, that she would take the throne. So very interesting story. So if you think all of that palace intrigue is something that was left back to the Middle Ages or during the Tudor times and all, and the Stuarts, now it continued. It continued. W. Bridges, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you so much for being here. And let's see. Let me see. Hachada Kamara. Let me see. What if Camilla's got to all of them at Christmas gathering in Sandringham? She chased Harry and Meghan away. Now she's dealing with the rest of them. Sounds like somebody's been listening to Tisha Tells. It is something to think about. I don't necessarily believe that. However, Camilla may have been maneuvering behind the scenes to get exactly where she wanted to be. And, even though she could never reign in her own right, even though she's not a blood royal, and I don't think there's a whiff of aristocratic blood in her body, she is very power hungry and ambitious, obviously, because even though so many people, she was just the most hated person in the country. And now she has Arthur Edwards, who took photos of Diana, saying things like, oh, Camilla's far more likable than Diana. Oh, Camilla's a much nicer person than Diana. And it's as though her friendship, by the way, they were dancing at a party before, her friendship with Arthur Edwards, among other people, seems to have been very effective in shifting sentiment, if no other place, but among the courtiers and such. But I think the general public, and I'm going to give the British people enough credit to say, even though most people are ignoring this or pay no mind of it, I don't think anybody cares enough to get involved, because as hard as it is to believe, most British people, they go about their way and don't even mention the royal family from one day to the next. There are some hardcore royalists, monarchists, but most people, they don't care. They don't care. So it's easy for her to maneuver, because those who are monarchists will tolerate it for the sake of the royal family or the crown. But those who, don't care, they really are not interested. and they don't care enough to fight to change anything about it. So they're not going anywhere. This can go on for the next 100 years. But thank you so much for your comment. Mystic Toxin says, I now understand why my mom was so enthralled by Days of Our Lives. This is Game of Thrones and Days Love Child reality show live stream. Name that firm. Yeah, name the firm. It is really a soap opera. It is very much a soap opera. And I have to say, I have been amused and entertained by it. The only place that I don't have any room for it is when it is causing trouble for our faves. But other than that, as long as they leave them alone, I wouldn't say anything about them. But since they don't seem to know how to do that, I feel obliged to push back. So thank you, Mystic Toxin, and all the best to you, Mom. Okay. Now, right here, you can see Camilla has even been practicing Kate. You know how Kate used to try to be Megan? Well, Camilla has been trying to be Kate. She's even doing a Kate. Although, if she shows a cheek, I am going to lose it. I don't want her showing a cheek now. But she is even practicing being Kate. You know, with the very awkward dress billowing over her head and hats flying and all that kind of stuff. What could I say? She's in it to win it. She is in it to win it. Let me see. We all knew it was coming. Yeah, you know, I didn't picture her taking over or leading those ceremonies. That I could not have imagined. I thought the natural order of things would be William taking over for her. I mean, for his father. But you know what, guys? William is not well. William is barely functional. And it may not be so much that Camilla is so shrewd and cunning that she has managed to usurp the position of the Prince of Wales. As you know, Charles filled in for his mother when she was ill, but yet Camilla is filling in for Charles instead of the Prince of Wales. William has waited, 40 years to be the Prince of Wales. And yet, right now, even though he looks physically okay, he's not okay. He's not okay. And who knows? Now, oh boy, let me try to find a way to couch this so I don't get in trouble. But maybe somebody close to Camilla, who used to hang out with William, has found a way to bring William, shall we say, down a peg or two. You know what I'm saying? With a little baking soda or something like that. Because like I said, Uncle Gary and Camilla's son, that gigantic baby Huey, both of them have been in trouble for the same thing in the past. Both of them have been accused or alleged to have been a part of that set, as they say, that party set, right? And all of the stuff that they have accused Harry of, all of the things that Harry spoke about in Spare, you know, when he put it out there, it has been said time and time again that allegedly William was that times 10. And when they made the last Crown episodes, they gave William this very studious, responsible demeanor, you know, kind of in it, but not of it. You know what I mean? Like he was the responsible one It was always Harry that was pouring him a drink or passing him a beer. It was never William who initiated any type of situation. It was always Harry. When the truth is, Harry was used as a sacrificial lamb to protect William's integrity, to protect his reputation. And they did that time and time again. And Harry, for the sake of the monarchy, is not telling people that. It's not Harry's place to do that. If they keep messing with him, it might be in the next book. But if Harry was to tell everything that there was to tell about William, his ship would sink. His dinghy would have sprung a leak by now. But Harry is saying just enough to give you an idea of who William is, and then the rest of it is up to you, the individual, to glean from his book whatever he or she may. But William has had some problems for some time. His authority is unchecked. He gets away with everything, and it's been like that for years. Yes, they did. Baron, I had to rewatch it. They was very subtle about it. Yeah, they were very subtle about it. I'm glad you like that. Lorna Williams says, let me see here. What is really interesting is that the Thomas Kingston inquest is on Friday and Willie Leaks on vacation. Is he afraid of what would come out at the inquest? Ooh, the plot thickens. Hear, hear. Wow. Isn't that something? Well, thank you for that, Lorna Williams. I didn't realize that the inquest was this Friday. Yeah, she lost half the Commonwealth. And that's why the Queen trusted Harry to go on those engagements, because William could not be trusted. It just frustrates me that William has gotten away with this because of his little bargain, his invisible contract with the press. That's the only reason why he's managed to get away with this. Oh, responsible William. Oh, sensible William. Oh, thoughtful William. And it's all a lie. Meanwhile, Camilla, no wonder she's on vacation. She's resting up because she knows she has a lot of work ahead of her. I think Charles is just taking some time off. Whether or not he has cancer, Charles is taking some time off, because let me remind you all of something. Charles has been walking back and forth to church at Sandringham, seemed like every other day, right? If he could walk to church, he could walk in church. There's no reason why he cannot go to the Commonwealth Day. Now, of course, he's not going to wear a face mask, and I think it would be responsible for him, if he wants to go, to wear a face mask. But he's not going to do that, so he's just not going to go. But I don't see any reason why he couldn't go. The Queen was being consumed by what is said to have been bone cancer, and the Queen still managed to do things. And she even, hobbled her way into church for the memorial service for Philip, right? She was in bad shape. She literally needed someone to take her hand, and away from the public, she was using a wheelchair. But she still showed up. And this is why I say I don't understand why Charles is not making himself available for anything except for desk duty. Yeah, it looks like Mrs. Roper took off that moo-moo, don't it? It kind of looked like Helen Roper has slipped off that moo-moo. Stanley, you never give the kids a break, Stanley. And look at them handing her a pool noodle. They're handing her a noodle so that she can use it as a flotation device. That's because all of that hair, if that hair gets wet, it's going to pull her under like somebody had a big hand and grabbed her. You know, that hair will weigh her down, that bird's nest. But remember that television show, The Scarecrow and Mr. King? Well, art imitates life. Although they're not solving crimes, it looks like they're just covering up a crime. Yeah, I kind of changed it's supposed to be The Scarecrow and Mrs. King, but I changed it to Mr. King, The Scarecrow and Mr. King, because, well, anyway, one of them looks like a scarecrow and the other one is the king. So, yeah, but that's actually adapted from a television show advertisement or poster or whatever. So Camilla has been canny. She kept the media close and the Daily Mail even closer. That's what Peter Hunt said. How Camilla came in from the code. And over here, Prince Charles and Camilla hires Daily Mail executive for top post. And they did. They have one of the Daily Mail's executives works for them. They literally have a press agent working, a press person working in the royal household. The Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall have appointed, Tobin Andrea? Whatever. Deputy editor of the Daily Mail as their new communications secretary. So that explains how they have gotten a new handle on things, was because they brought in someone from Lord Nappyhead's newspaper. Hearing reports that the king has sent Kate Middleton up country and is inviting a team of theologians from the continent to discuss the possibility of divorce. Now, listen, there's no way to know whether or not that's true, but someone mentioned that on Twitter, and I thought I would share it with you. Because of Kate's position as a Princess of Wales and the possibility that any day now, William may decide that he doesn't want to be married with her any longer, There is that possibility that there may be a divorce. It's possible. Allegedly. Possibility a divorce. And so when the Star said it's worse than anyone knows, that was a monumental understatement. She's been in pain for months. What Prince William told the children, Princess Anne's worst fear comes after King Charles' cancer scare. Well, Princess Anne said that the slimmed down monarchy was a bad idea. She said that before the coronation. And she's probably said the same thing privately on occasion. But she is loyal to her brother, as she was loyal to her mother, and she is going to act accordingly. But they're in a lot of trouble. I'm just surprised that all of this happened as fast as it is happened, because I, along with other people, I'm not going to take credit for it myself, but I used to say some time ago, they don't have anything else. After this coronation, there may be a long period of time before there is a big engagement with that family that brings heads of state from all over the world, where the American press corps is going to show up in force to cover the next royal wedding, or perhaps the next funeral, the next coronation. It could be years from now. I did not see any type of cancer diagnosis coming for Charles. I thought, well, he'll probably live as long as his mom or as long as his dad, who lived to be 99. But, we can't tell with him because, well, I mean, after all, his parents were cousins, right? So we can't tell. He might have a few things going on genetically that gives him a certain disposition that maybe he won't make it. But I'm hoping that he does, because William is a mess. And I think it's just a safer place for the Sussexes, not to visit, but the world is a safer place as long as that vengeful, spiteful William is not sitting on that throne. Let me see here. Hide and go seek, peekaboo. Kate will remain hidden because she does not want to be served divorce papers. So long as she's not served the divorce papers, the process cannot proceed. Interesting hypothesis, right? Is that the right word? But that's interesting. I mean, I would just imagine that if they wanted to serve her, it shouldn't be much of a problem. All you have to do is follow the hair extensions into the house or whatever, or follow the wigs, or that sort of thing. Go to the dry cleaners and see where they're cleaning coat dresses. Yeah, follow the coat dresses. That's one way to figure out where she is. But if she is at her parents' house, right? If she's at her parents' house, away from the reach of the royal family, then it would probably be impossible to serve her papers. So I'm not willing to say anything is impossible now, because it has been so weird up until this point that you can't say without any hesitation that may be true, because they have really messed this up. Thank you so much, Chantel, and thank you so much for being here. Okay, keeping it moving. So, Dan Wooten, remember his quiet reflection? Shh, Dan Wooten is quietly reflecting. When the Queen died, he staged some event where he went to Buckingham Palace to lay flowers, while one of his friends conveniently recorded it with their mobile phone. The only thing is, let me see here. Oh, okay, sorry about that. The only thing is, he didn't even buy flowers. He just picked up some that were there, allegedly, and made a video and did a retake and then another retake, and then he left. And that was just something that he could share with the viewers of his little nightly news thing. Let me see, what's up with this stupid woman wanting to sell 10-year-old? Oh, Lady Bird, I didn't believe that she had anything. And plus, OnlyFans, they deleted her account. They shut it down before it could even get started. I don't think she has anything. That's why I didn't even bother to talk about it yesterday, because I didn't believe it. I didn't believe she had anything. I thought that it was just a bunch of hooey. I believe that she is making that up just for attention. If she had something, the royal family would have gotten it from her a long time ago. But she doesn't have anything. She's a middle-aged stripper that And you know, on one occasion, she sold some underwear that she swear belonged to Harry, and Harry said, "Oh, keep them as a souvenir." I don't believe her. I think that it's all made up. Let me see here. Thank you for your comment. Hello, Cookies and Cream. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Mystic Toxin says, then there's some of us who were kind of interested because reasons. Oh, okay. Yeah, Charles is covering for William. He is clearly covering for William. And it's not going very well because I think that part of the problem is that William's household is not communicating with Clarence House. Anyway, take a look. Take a look who blew up. I mean, blew up. Not in terms of career, but in terms of, well, I'm out of work. Might as well sit home and eat. I mean, it's like the global pandemic all over again, isn't it? Somebody is making the line, is wearing out the carpet between the refrigerator and the reclining chair. Yeah. Dan Wooten seems to have a lot of time on his hands. And even here, you can see he's in yet another restaurant. So if you're wondering what he's been doing with his time, let's just say he's been sampling anything that has a bar and appetizers. So, and of course, he has done the bidding of Kensington Palace, as you know. So who knows? Maybe William will hire him. Oh boy, if William hired him, that would be a disaster. But you can't rule it out. You literally cannot rule it out. And then check it out. FA President Peggy of Wales caught sporting a mankini and living his best life on his 2-month-long, uninterrupted, taxpayer-funded vacay. Yes, he's on vacation. He's on holiday, as it were, at the taxpayer's expense. There goes Willie. At the taxpayer's expense on holiday. I know. What was it? The name of that? Oh gosh. What is the name of that character? I can't remember his name. You're welcome, Sussex Love. Sacha Baron Cohen. Oh God, I can't remember. Let me see. Let me type in mankini. Borat. Yes, he's dressed like Borat. Why wouldn't he be? Oh, thank you, NASDAQ. Thank you. I couldn't remember that for anything. Borat. Okay. Oh, you know what? This is kind of out of place, isn't it? I should have used this earlier. Gary Goldsmith says he's black sheep of family, as he mentions Kate Middleton again on Celebrity Big Brother. Someone commented, William always had an olive branch. Oh, yeah. He said that there was an olive branch, that William has always offered an olive branch for Harry. William always had an olive branch for Harry, and that's how we know Gary knows absolutely nothing about his niece and her husband, because that's absolutely not the case. Hear, hear. And then David Challen says, Gary Goldsmith painting himself as black sheep in the family, and saying he's a normal bloke is actually mad. Gary, you literally pleaded guilty to beating your wife. Let me see here. What are you? What? Let me see. What you are is an abuser. ITV management. Why on earth are you platforming this abuser? You know what? He gets a bail for that. He gets a bail for that. James O'Brien. James O'Brien has been trolling. He has been trolling Rupert Murdoch. If a television station is taken off air, but nobody was watching it in the first place, does it make a sound? I don't know. I mean, if a tree falls in the forest and there's no one there to see it, doesn't make a sound. So I am going to say no. No. I'm going to say no. But yeah, James O'Brien has been trolling Talk TV. Hey, Rohini. Oh, he said that he never, one of the contestants asked him, have you ever met Harry or Meghan? And he said no. He's never met them. Ever, ever, ever. He has not met them, and they don't know him. They only know of him, like you and I, but they've never met him before. I know. Good on you, James O'Brien. I love it. Oh, some good news. Dr. Prince Mario Max Schomburg Leap, legal update. I believe that is Prince Mario Max. I believe that's his father. His father is Dr. Prince Mario Max Schomburg Leap. Prince Mario Max, fake news deleted. Sky News Australia has removed the defamatory hate speech and fabrication. Confirmed attorneys Parker Stanberry, our great law firm in Los Angeles. We experience winning every single case thanks to our great attorneys. I'm not even going to try that one, but law is the art of good and just. Yes, law is the art of the good and just. So anyway, that is just one, but I still think that he has something going on with the Daily Mail and, of course, Carolyn Graham. I don't know if that's ever been resolved. But they were calling him a fake prince, that he was a self-styled prince, but his parents assure everyone, and he even shared his birth certificate, that he is royal. So, but that was just a way that Carolyn Graham had wrote the article to try to bring Harry down. So good for Max Mario. Happy birthday to Nacho Fagares. Happy birthday, Nacho. A March 4th birthday shout out to our longtime friend and supporter, Nacho Fagares. Nacho has traveled to see and participate in our work, is an international voice of support, and plays in our annual Cintabale Polo Cup. Here's to a happy year ahead. All right. Happy birthday, Nacho. Yep, missed his birthday, but happy belated birthday, Nacho. And of course, here is Nacho Noir. Nacho Noir. Nacho in black from head to toe. Even the horse is black. Nacho Fagares. Nacho Noir. Very cool. The international face of Ralph Lauren's polo. It's as though he was sent over from central casting. Okay, and of course, here is Nacho lounging in an advert for those footwear. He got some casual footwear that has his name on it, something that he helped design. So if you're lucky enough to have a pair, let us know what it's like. Oh, yeah? All right. Well, there he is. He's quite fit, right? All right. And of course, friends. Gotta have friends. Oh, you know what? I thought this was that one where I edited the photo. I have one where I took that lady out of the background. Actually, there's two other people in that photo. The guy is walking behind Nacho's wife, but she's so thick and fit and everything. You can't even see him, but yeah, she is quite beautiful. And chasing perfection with tennis new superstar Coco Gauff. The Euphoria Coco Gauff felt Euphoria. What am I saying? Euphoria. That Coco Gauff felt winning championship point at last year's Open, a moment that brought all of Arthur Ashe to his feet, is still indescribable for the rest of my life, the rest of my career. She says, I'm going to be chasing that high. Very cool. And she is in Vogue. She's in Vogue magazine. Check it out. Here's just a few photos. There's her family right there. What a nice looking family, right? And take a look here. Wait, is that her mom? She looks so young. Is that her mother or her sister? Wow, she looks so young. I guess that's her mom. Wow, she's a very young looking lady. Nice. Okay. And here's a very artful image of Coco. Followed by this one. Wow, my throat is really bad today. And followed by these two. Very artsy. Go Coco. Oh, I see she's got on like a Chanel belt there. You see the double C? Coco. And don't forget, you all, share the news. Nominations close soon for Well Child in association with GlaxoSmithKline. Know a child with complex medical needs showing exceptional determination, or an inspirational sibling, maybe a parent care, or professional serving recognition, Well Child award. Anyway, if you go to wellchild.org, I think this is only for people in the UK, I think. You can click on that link and submit someone you feel is worthy of winning the prize. And a chance to meet Prince Harry, right? Let me see here. A divorce is one of the many reasons, for the current debacle on Shutter Island. Yeah. You know, Charles really made a mess of things. If he had only stood firm and married, Camilla a long time ago, all of this could have been avoided. But I wonder if he would even have wanted to marry her if it would have been easy. But when they told him no, that made him push even harder for the improbable but eventual nuptials. So, yeah. And it caused a lot of heartache, not to mention the life of Princess Diana and, of course, Harry and his brother, for all of the privilege that they have. It could not have been easy for either one of them. Could not have been easy. If for no other reason than Diana was such a visible person, the most photographed woman in the world at that time. So, yeah, for that reason, I would think, one of the weirdest things I had ever heard, something I had never given much thought to, but when I saw that, I was like, oh. And I think it was John Kennedy, John Kennedy Jr. He said that he's not sure how much of his childhood he remembers from actually being physically there, and how much of his childhood does he just recall from the thousands of photos that have been taken. And that is something to think about. If you're a public person, especially if you've been in the public eye your entire life, how much do you remember and how much is actually coming to you through photos? Very interesting to think about. Excuse me. We're almost done, you all. We're almost done. So there you have it, Harry. Nobody touches the hearts of people the way Harry does. Harry has a gift from his mother, and that is that very common touch. And time again, Harry has proven his value and worth to that horrible firm. But more than that, he has proven himself as a human being because of the way he connects with people. Young or old, rich, poor, it does not matter. He connects with everyone. Very thoughtful and very sensitive. And we'll let that serve as the last word for the day. And this. Somebody went to Chat GPT and they asked, what is the Sussex Squad, or what are they famous for, whatever. So Chat GPT says, the Sussex Squad refers to a passionate community of supporters of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. They are known for advocating for social justice, mental health awareness, and humanitarian causes supported by the royal couple. The Sussex Squad engages in various activities such as defending the couple against negative media coverage, promoting their charitable endeavors, and celebrating their achievements. They often use social media platforms to amplify their voices and support the causes championed by Harry and Meghan. That is what we call the Sussex Squad. And just in case that was not clear, someone posted, who is the Sussex Squad? They are they are more than a fan base. They are they are a global movement without a leader. They unite and organize around current issues that require truth. In support of issues concerning Prince Harry and Princess Meghan, they present receipts and other evidence giving and demanding the attention that is deserved. Hear, hear. With that, you all, thank you very much for watching Royal Sussex. And also thank you, moderators, for keeping this a very, very safe space. Greatly appreciated. And of course, whenever you see our queens, it's about time to go. You know what I mean? So there you have it. And we are done for today. Okay. Let's see. Melina Lucia. Oh, what a beautiful name. Hi, everyone from Africa. Well, hello to you too. Terry H, good night. NASDAQ, good night. Let me see. Okay. All right. So, if there's nothing else, then thank you all for your very glorious, thoughtful super chat, super sticker, as well as the PayPal I received. Okay. 2 hours, 23 minutes. Not bad. We had a lot to cover. Let me see here. Pam Porter, thank you, Mod Squad. Thank you so much, Baron. Bye, Squaddies. Good night, Pam Porter. All right. Well, in that case, let's cue Once Upon a Time. Yeah, we'll go with Once Upon a Time. Good night, B. Martin. Thank you so much for the laughs. Oh, okay. Should I look at it now? Oh, this is interesting. Let me see. Okay. Really, which okay. Oh, somebody sent me the Volare commercial. Volare. Whoa. That was fun. Thank you. Volare. Whoa. Okay. All right. So I don't see it on the. Okay, let me check someplace else. Oh, yes. Thank you, Black Queen. I'm on it. I'm on it. Gonna check very soon. Let me try someplace else. Okay. All right. All right. So far, I don't see anything. Yeah, I don't see anything, Rohini. I'm checking all of my emails. I don't see anything. Um, hmm. And I mean, it's not Instagram, is it? I'm going to take a look at that too. And you just sent it? Let me refresh. Let me try to refresh. Because I think the Twitter is probably the easiest place to send me something. Huh. And you just sent it because I don't see anything. Volare. Whoa. Volare. Whoa. Come drive Volare today. Yes, I don't see anything. Rohini, let me check. I didn't get anything. Okay, let me try this. Oh, okay. Yeah, Rohini, I don't see anything. I do apologize, but I don't see anything. Let me put the email here. Here we go. Okay, and I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat. And if you want to try it again, Volare, whoa. That song is going to get stuck in your head all day. Okay. All right, so I just pinned it to the top of the chat. Oh, Karen. Oh, I did see something. I did get something from Karen. I did see that. I'm sorry. Yes, I did get it. I did. Had to think about that for a second. Yes, I got something March the 3rd. Right? I believe it was from March the 3rd. Okay. All right, we're good. Wow, the suspense was killing me. Yeah, they still planning to go to Australia. Yeah. Well, it's not so interesting they're going, but I can't wait to see the state of them when they come back. If they come back. All right. Okay, you guys. I am going to go. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. I hope my voice is better by then. Oh, Mystic Toxin. Even if I have to watch later. Oh, thank you, Mystic Toxin. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And one of the best things I could ever hear is that Royal Sussex is keeping people company, whether they're taking a bath, washing the dishes, driving to work, making dinner, whatever, or just sitting out on the balcony. Nothing makes me feel better than to know that I am keeping people company. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I'm going to go and rest my voice, and I will see you all tomorrow.